Browsing the bestiary React content.
Welcome back to Browsing the Bestiary.
Welcome back.
I'm Dungeon Mistress Jayde.
And I am Lore Master Andy. And folks, we are going to do something a little bit different today. I know, we're jumping right into it. For those of you that are watching on YouTube, you can see our beautiful faces. Again, yes, look how pretty Jayde is, and look how tall my hair is. But so for those of you that don't know, last weekend, Gen Con was running, okay? One of the biggest tabletop gaming conventions in the country. Some might say the world, but you know.
Started by the man himself, Gary Gygax.
Yes, Gary Gygax. So, you know, back during the Wargaming days, that was still a thing. But yes, Gen Con is largely hailed as one of kind of like the birthplaces of the D&D fandom. If I remember correctly, the original Gen Con had a whopping 76 attendees or something like that. So, how far we've come.
Yeah.
So there is, all kinds of new things get announced there. And specifically for our purposes, what we are focused on is on Friday, Dungeons and Dragons, or rather Wizards of the Coast, announced their roadmap, right? Their vision for the next year and some change for 5.5 edition, which we were all. Well, I say we, at least me and Jayde. I can't speak for everybody else, but I assume everybody was pleasantly surprised to get a roadmap. And a lot of really cool things were announced. But we are going to try. We'll see how this goes. Let us know in the comments, of course. But we're going to try to do as much live reacting to this as possible, because I assume many listeners watched this in real time. I know I did. But I assume many of you also have lives, and you couldn't watch it in real time because it was at
That was me.
Yeah, when was that? Like 11 a.m. our time, something like that, or 3 p.m. our time.
Yeah,
it was
that.
not at a good time. So yeah. For those of you who didn't watch it, fear not, because we're gonna go through this with you.
Yes, Andy's watched it, but I have not watched it. So I know the general announcements because we kind of fangirled about it already. But I have not seen this video, so I'm right there with you guys.
Yes. Well, yes, the reactions will be legitimate from Jayde.
Yes.
I'll pretend.
All right, let's get into it.
How are you doing? Woo! Look, I'm going to be completely honest. I have never emceed anything like this before. I just truly love this game.
Delightful human being.
How it's affected my
Yes,
life.
yeah.
So I asked how I could
It's adorable.
help and be here.
It's
and
a great character description.
Here I am.
Very
So
accurate.
excited to be here. You know, I think I
At least
speak
from
for
everything
all
I've
of
seen
us
him in.
when I say Dungeons and Dragons is a truly amazing game. Whether that's for you in the audience, or the people backstage, or all the beautiful people watching at home, we thank you
That's
for giving
us.
us your time and your energy.
Thanks, Theo.
Now, everyone, I'm going to need you to strap in because this next hour
strap
is
in.
going to be absolutely epic.
Lock the fuck in, Jayde.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
No. People, I said, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Thank you.
We're nerds.
To
We
help
love
kick things
wizards.
off on how we're shaping the future of D&D, please welcome to the stage the head of D&D, Dan Ayub. Woo!
So I didn't know that was the head of D&D until this video.
I did not
Gotta be
either.
honest with you. Yeah.
Hello,
We need to
Gen Con.
catch up on our
How are we
lore.
doing tonight?
Yeah.
Right on. Hey, welcome everyone. Welcome to D&D's
He looks like an older version of
Return to
Jurgen.
Gen Con.
Yeah. Yeah, that's about right.
This one is special to me for
He
a
very
number
much
of
looks like
reasons.
somebody
It's a
who'd
bit
be
of
in
a
charge
milestone
of
for me. I think I took
the
over
Dungeons
the
and Dragons
franchise
division.
like 4
Yes.
days before the last
Like
Gen
middle-aged
Con.
white guy? Yeah.
So it's kind of my 1-year anniversary. So thank you for all coming out to celebrate. And
And
I
Canadian.
could not be happier to show
Coming
you all
out.
what we've been up to for the past year. This year has been a year of intense planning for the D&D team. So I can't wait to go through it with you all tonight. So hopefully you're all ready to have some fun and see some surprises.
Yes.
Now,
I don't know what's coming. I'm completely in the
So
dark.
for those of you who don't know me, my name's Dan, and I've been playing D&D since I opened my red box when I was 12 years old. And
A
I
red
just
box.
became an
Damn.
instant fan, and I have never stopped playing. I mean, this launched a love of D&D for me that stayed with me, honestly, my whole life. So, as some of you may have heard me say throughout the year, it's been both a dream and a fucking terror at the same time.
I bet.
Having this job,
Scheduling conflicts.
every day. So,
Hasbro.
one of my biggest goals
Hasbro.
coming in
The final boss,
was to bring
the real
everyone back to the
BBEG.
table, right? Get everyone back and remind everyone why D&D has been what it's been for the last 52 years. And to bring it back.
It's been a lot of different things in those 52
Bring it
years,
back
to
to
be
all
fair.
of you.
Truly.
Bring it back to our
Yeah.
players. Bring it back to the hobby stores where it all began. Bring it back to video games. Bring it
Okay,
back to
liking
where it
this, I'm
belongs.
liking this.
Top of mind for all of us.
Did he watch the interview with Mike
So-
Merles?
This is more than
Hopefully,
This is
hopefully
a
you got some
cultural
pointers.
powerhouse
Yeah.
that has touched every aspect of entertainment. But we can never forget the soul of Dungeons and Dragons. The soul are the players around the table, right? Building adventures together, building memories together. And that's the theme of this whole night tonight. We're going to talk about how we're going to help protect that experience and grow it for the next 50 years or more.
All right, so pause that there.
Okay.
Because even though that's very, I know, we've got to do React content, right? We have to be transformative. So even though a lot of that does sound like generic corpo speak, I will say, at least if we're talking about that wonderful interview, which everybody should go watch
Yes.
with Mike Merles, that does sound like basically like, oh, instead of us going to pick our audience, right, pick our players, this does sound like it is a bit of well, okay, we're gonna maybe take a couple steps back and like actually maybe listen to the fan base, which should have done that 7 to 15 years ago. But if they are sincere and Hasbro allows Wizards to actually do what's good for the player base, then I think we may be starting a good new chapter for the hobby, which we've talked about. We cut our teeth in 5th edition, so like we didn't know better on a lot of things.
Yeah.
But also, 5th edition did open the doors to a lot of, I'm sure a lot of old heads would say casuals, but to people that otherwise would have been turned away by like the overly complex nature of like 4th edition or something like that, right? These are people who are not going to play Pathfinder for reasons. Right, and so I'm all for a bigger player base with more people who are going to come in and take part in the hobby, because it is an inviting and I don't know, just good game system with a welcoming community. I want to see that.
Yeah.
Will it happen? I don't know, but that's what I want to see.
Yeah, I am definitely hearing from him that or at least they have taken some of the feedback where it's like, hey, our game stores are dying and we need help. And I think D&D, if they really put their energy into that, it could bring back some of those gaming and card stores. That would help a lot with expanding the player base, because a lot of those shops are the only places a lot of people like socialize, So bringing back D&D, and that will bring in a larger fan base, I think.
Yeah, I remember when Adventurers League was like something to get excited about.
Yeah.
And then, I don't know, 2018 forward, it was like,
Yeah.
if you were a hardcore dedicated player, then you were in there doing the thing. But a lot of us was like, I don't know if I can justify the scheduling conflicts, So
Yeah.
I wanna see that be a thing, like you said, where it's like people are like, no. This is my thing that I do on Saturdays.
Yes.
This is the thing the friend group does on Saturdays, or whenever, your home shop has their games. So
Yeah. Oh, to have a weekly D&D game, right, Andy?
Oh man, I wish, but yes. Well, I'll be happy if we can be bi-weekly between our two campaigns. That would be
I
incredible.
mean, you're trying, so I'm impressed.
We're trying. Yes, we had one pre-Pixie Attack, and we've now scheduled our first one post-Pixie Attack. So
Yes.
doing good.
All right, let's see what they have in store for us.
So today marks a new tradition for us, an old D&D tradition, Gen Con. This is going to be our big show from now on. And as I said at Gamma, every Gen Con we're going to share our upcoming roadmap with you for the coming year.
Okay.
Love
So we have a
that.
lot to
Yep.
get to tonight. So yeah,
W.
yeah.
They should have done that in the first place, but
Yeah.
Theo,
Whatever.
let's
Where was
do.
this 10
You
years
ready?
ago?
After all that hype,
There it is. Oh, yeah.
Arcana
you know,
unleashed.
it
Okay.
does look a little sparse on details, Dan.
Yeah, you know, while I'm looking at it, I think you're kind of right. Okay, that's fair, but you know what? Let's check again as we go through. I think that may fill out. Let's talk about the new dawn of D&D. What that means is everyone should have a D&D experience that speaks to them. Dungeons & Dragons is 52 years young, and that means that we have the responsibility of ensuring that all of our players have experiences that feel authentic to them. And as an old school player myself, this meant a really cool, some might say selfish opportunity, for me to bring our history back to the forefront. You know, I stand here tonight, I acknowledge, on the shoulders of giants. And these icons still have many stories left to tell. And I had a few goals coming into this job, and one of them was to create a dedicated line of D&D around these classic creators. Ooh. And you know, a couple of days into my job, at this very event last year, I sat down with someone was going to be a quick lunch. I think we ended up being together for like 3 hours. And we connected around our memories around
Classic.
Dungeons & Dragons. And we decided in that meeting to make it happen. So let's talk about that. I am so honored to bring up my collaborator and friend to talk about our first new line of the night, D&D Icons. Please welcome the Chief Creative Officer of D&D Icons, Mr. Joe Manganiello.
Hey,
Okay.
Mr. Man Bun himself.
Oh, wow, he's so tall.
Yeah, he's super tall. Objectively good hair. Objectively good beard.
Yes.
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 What's an icon?
Damn.
No. An icon could be an emblem. It
It's
could
like
be a
Keanu
symbol
Reeves moment.
representing
Yeah.
sacred events, sacred gatherings, or a person widely admired, having great influence or significance, a sacred individual. We're gathered here at Gen Con 59, which is short for the Geneva Convention, which was
there you go.
founded in 1968 at the Horticultural Hall in Lake Geneva, Wisconsin, by none other than Ernest Gary Gygax. The
Did not
inaugural
know his
event
first name was
attracted
Ernest.
somewhere
I
around
couldn't admit I didn't either.
96.
We're fake fans.
Midwest War Gamers,
Yeah, fake
which
fans.
At the time was an absolute coup. Today, the festival welcomes upwards of 70,000 people annually from all over the
Yeah.
world. And the plans for next year are going to make it possible to accommodate even more.
Ooh.
Now, no one
Maybe
can
that'll
deny
include
the
us.
power and vast
Yeah.
influence of those
Maybe you'll see
three
us there.
rules pamphlets that Gary typed up on a Smith Corona typewriter at 330 Center Street back in 1974. And no one could have predicted that those first 1,000 brown boxes that he named Dungeons and Dragons would contain an American art form that would inspire generations to get together in groups and tell stories together. And we're all here today because of him. And I'm here today to ensure his place on the Mount Rushmore of tabletop gaming by building a bridge to his work that was interrupted back in 1985. And for the first time in 40 years, his original fantasy setting will return to Dungeons and Dragons as curated at his request by his son.
Okay.
Ladies and
Let's
gentlemen,
go, Luke.
Coming to Icons, Luke Gygax and the return of the world of Greyhawk.
All right. Yeah.
Yes. Oh my gosh.
What's up,
we
Luke
haven't.
Gygax?
I mean, there's been like little. There's been a little bit of Greyhawk here and there, but man, like you said, it's been a long time we had like a dedicated Greyhawk.
I think 3.5 was the last time we had like
Yeah.
Greyhawk, like regular Greyhawk stuff. Because all we got in 5th edition was Ghosts of Saltmarsh, which I will say, great supplement for naval combat and ship rules.
Yes.
Very cool for that. But otherwise, it adapted some. I want to say some either like short modules or like a full module from Greyhawk.
It did, yeah. I forget
fifth
what the
edition
module
rules.
was called, but it was one of the Greyhawk modules.
Yeah. So like, cool. But yeah, no, going back to Orth, that's pretty cool.
Orth. Yeah.
Earth. Yes, weird Earth. Elminster goes there. That's cool. And I like that we have, I assume, a less problematic Gygax taking up the mantle of, the classic D&D setting. I assume that Luke
Yeah,
Gygax
no,
has better
Luke's
views
pretty
on
chill.
women.
Yeah.
I've never seen anything that suggests otherwise. He's
Yeah.
been great in the interviews that I've seen. It's like, oh yeah, you're just like, chill guy.
Yeah. So that's really cool. I'm excited. See what Luke.
Oh yes.
Hey, thank you. Hello, everyone. Thank you very much for that warm welcome and for hyping me up, Joe. That was an awesome introduction. This is an incredible moment for me personally to be working on Greyhawk and Dungeons & Dragons and being part of the icons is amazing. To be able to put the Gygax name on the front of an official Dungeons & Dragons product, again, is something I never dreamed of.
First time
Absolutely
since
amazing.
TSR, right?
And what better could I be
Pretty
working
much.
on than Greyhawk through the eyes of my character, Melf.
Oh yeah, I forgot. He's Melf.
Oh yeah.
And I know we're calling it a return to Greyhawk, but Greyhawk has never left. And it's going to be amazing to have new 5e Greyhawk material, but Greyhawk has been around for decades. It is the original Dungeons & Dragons setting. Its DNA is throughout the game, whether it's heroes, villains like Vecna, spells like Melf's Minute Meteors or Melf's Acid Arrow. But it's been around, since
Acid
the
Arrow
70s,
sucks, but
before even the Gazetteer was published.
Don't use it.
It's still
And that's
iconic,
a
I guess.
testimony
Yeah,
to the
Minute
power
Meteors, though. It's a
of
good
the
spell.
original Dungeons & Dragons setting. And I'm very excited at what D&D is doing, and we'll hear more about that from Justice Armin in just a few minutes.
Thank you, Luke. And there's more. You've all heard the phrase. name a
We're
more
only 25
iconic
minutes in.
duo. Well, there isn't a more iconic duo in fantasy for me than the next two people.
Yeah.
As a kid,
Yeah?
I became obsessed with a series of New York Times best-selling fantasy novels. And I read them so quickly and so voraciously
Already.
Jayde doesn't
that I
know.
turned to shoplifting to feed my habit.
Damn.
Now, when
That's
I see these
commitment.
two people out in the wild, I always make sure that I buy them dinner
It's
to
Dragonlance,
pay for
isn't
the
it?
royalties that they
I'm
didn't
not
get.
saying anything.
I had a red box on my shelf previously, but I didn't fully understand how to create and inhabit a fantasy world until I found Dragonlance.
Oh
Bam!
yes. I'm
We're
so
going to
excited.
Kryn, kids.
Oh my god.
So my first phone call as the chief creative officer of Icons went to these two in the hopes that maybe they'd come back one more time
Our
back
friends.
home
Yes.
to reestablish 40 years of canon and properly relaunch one of the most beloved and impactful fantasy settings of all time, and my absolute favorite. Ladies and gentlemen, no D&D Mount Rushmore would be complete without Margaret Weiss and Tracy Hickman and the return of Dragonlance.
Oh my god. I'm gonna cry. This is so great. I'm going through the Dragonlance series right now, and I'm like a few trilogies in, and man, these guys know how to fucking write, dude. They're so good. I'm so happy.
I
Ugh.
need to read them because
You
all
do.
I've seen are the snippets that you've shared with me, and I'm like, dang, that's good writing.
Yeah. I showed him the Dragons of Autumn, and that trilogy. Right now I'm in the Time trilogy. Not as good, but still, like the characters are just iconic and I love them. I'm so excited.
I was gonna say their bad is still better than my best. So when you say like, oh, not as good, I was like, oh, okay.
Oh, I mean that's just like one of the 10 trilogies of that series, so you know.
Yeah.
there's gonna be some good and bad ones,
Yeah. Which When was the last time we had Dragonlance? Was that also 3rd edition?
Jeez.
did-
Oh
did-
no, we have a Dragonlance book. I think it was a bestiary, if I remember correctly, for 5e, but didn't really like.
Oh, we did get one. Yeah. And
I don't
think,
have it. No,
wanna
I don't
say
have
there
it.
was a small adventure that was with it, but I don't think
Yeah.
it really went anywhere crazy. But you're right. I do remember we had. Hold on.
I
There's
remember the old
something.
art cover. That's all.
Yeah,
I really
which looked
remember.
good.
Yeah.
What was it? Sorry, my clickety clackety.
Clackety, yeah.
We'll get on D&D Beyond. Shadow of the Dragon Queen?
Well,
Is that it?
that could be any. I mean, that sounds right. Since
It was definitely Shadow of the Dragon Queen.
yeah, she's the main
Yeah.
protagonist.
So we did get an adventure, but still only one.
I'll have to go through that. I think
Yeah.
that'd be cool. See how
Yeah.
it matches up with the series. But yeah, I've been really loving Dragonlance and just the iconic characters in there. So far, Raceland Majoret is kind of my favorite, even though he's also evil, but he's like complicated evil. You know what I mean? Like I like him.
You know, we call that the Asterian effect. He's kind of evil, but I love him.
I know he's kind of an asshole, but I like him. Yeah, exactly.
Yes, he kicks puppies, but he's hot.
Well, I wouldn't say Raceland's hot, but you know, he's still pretty cool.
I know, he's just Jade's reinforcing the stereotype, right? You know, intelligent women love a bad boy. That's all I'm saying.
All right. I want to hear more about Dragonlance. I want to see my icons,
My king.
my king and queen.
Which Margaret didn't make it out for this, which kind of stinks. But Tracy's there.
Really? Okay.
40 years ago,
Yeah.
I was a young man in my 20s, and I was driving across the country, across the Great Plains of the United States, desperate. Every job that I had had up to that point, I had failed at. But
I
I
feel
had
that.
been offered an opportunity to come to TSR and to write Dungeons and Dragons. My wife and I, as we traveled across the country with our then 2 young children, left the home that we had known, and somewhere in Nebraska started talking.
Not to pause, but remember, Tracy and his wife created Ravenloft.
Yeah, that was their first thing, right?
Yes.
Return to Castle Ravenloft.
Yes, yeah, that was
Forgot
them.
about that.
Yeah, so it's
Yeah.
again, icon. But
Which that's my favorite setting. I love
Yes.
gothic horror.
yes,
So damn, they got both of us by the heartstrings.
I know,
I'm so glad
I
they're
know.
back.
Okay.
About what we could bring to TSR that would justify them paying us actual money
Real.
to write D&D. We had this world that we had thought of that had warriors riding dragons into battle. I wanted to call it Dragon Back.
Sounds
My
like a bad
wife thought
subreddit.
It was a little too soft. And somewhere on those plains, Dragonlance was born. In the 40 years since that took place, we found a new home, a better home. A home that we have shared with all of you, and which you have kept alive through these decades. And now, I am so happy and proud to announce that we are bringing Dragonlance back home to D&D.
Nice.
We are finding new ways to explore the world, to make it richer, deeper, and more importantly, to bring it into your hands as dungeon masters and gamers. We want this world to be yours. And it is our gift to you. We cannot be here forever.
Don't say that.
But in
I'll cry.
giving this
Yes, you can.
gift,
Yes, you can.
This world to you and putting it in your hands to create, we will know that home will always be there for you.
Us.
You too, Tracy. You seem like
Yeah.
a chill guy.
Oh my god.
And you seem to really love your wife, which is great.
Ooh. Like a lot of people my age, I grew up at a time when Dungeons and Dragons was unjustly vilified and blamed by parents and the religious right for death and
Boo-hiss.
destruction and the overall
Boo-hiss
corruption of
indeed.
the youth. There were book burnings and witch hunts carried out by evangelists, and even a piece by Ed Bradley in 60 Minutes with your dad that unjustified went after Gary.
Ooh, we should watch that.
We should.
But we were the generation that was galvanized
more
by this
React
pressure.
content.
We knew they were wrong, and it brought us all together. And
Which
we're now
pause.
the generation that's in control.
Or sorry, hold on. Unpause. Hold on. I wanted to finish the statement.
Okay.
Sorry.
Of music and entertainment and art, and guess what? We can do what we want. And we want to play Dungeons and Dragons.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You know, there was always something alluring and dangerous about D&D back in those days. It felt scary, like we were all doing something we shouldn't have been doing. Like those orange spine books and box sets were magical tomes and grimoires containing portals to new worlds and spells that could transform our ordinary lives into extraordinary adventures. And that is exactly why I created Death Saves. At first, it was a way to harken back to the aesthetic and feel of that era through streetwear, but now it will serve as a vision of doom for the Dungeons & Dragons multiverse, as a playable world shaped by world-shattering events. The Blood War is ended, and darkness prevailed, and the world hangs on by a thread.
Ooh.
You and your companions can seize the opportunity to take the battle to the doorstep of the Demon Lords. And that's all I'm going to say about that right now, because we'll be playtesting it tomorrow live for the first time here at Gen Con, so you'll all be able to get a sense of the depths that Death Saves will be taking Dungeons & Dragons into the future. And due to popular demand, yes, I'm relaunching Death Save Streetwear with a special D&D capsule collection centered around the visionary art of Gerald Brom.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Nice.
Okay.
Nice.
All right, dude.
Oh, yeah.
Man, that's awesome.
I mean, if we're back, we're back. Best known, Brom is
We're
best known
back.
for creating the look and feel of the post-apocalyptic D&D world of Dark Sun. And
Okay,
the first
pause,
pieces
pause,
from it will
pause.
be
Okay,
given
okay,
out to
okay.
the first people in line.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Which this is sorry. So, well, two things. One, I did watch the playtest for Death Saves.
Oh, he did.
It was fine.
Okay.
I liked the people playing. They did a good job. I liked the dungeon master. Did a good job telling story. It was a playtest, so like some elements of it just felt a little clunky. I would advise anybody who cares, right, go watch it. It's on the D&D YouTube channel. Make your own opinions about it, right? For me, I was just like, man, they are really trying. But you know, this is new material, so it's gonna have rough edges. You know what I mean?
Right.
But they were bought in. Audience loved it. Whatever. Which is great. But no, the point I was gonna make, with what he was saying about, you know, the 80s satanic panic era of D&D, which we've talked about here before. Just in the year 2026, basically doubling down and saying, hey, reactionary time then sucked and reactionary time now sucked. And to all of the people who are being like, D&D's woke now, they're like, yes, deal with that.
Yeah.
Which I love. I'm like, yes, that's great. Absolutely. D&D was always subversive, even when the people in charge of it were more reactionary.
Yeah.
You know, it was still subversive. I think it's an important thing, without me getting too meta, right? But it's important to remember that art and culture and music and stuff like that, for the most part, is subversive, right?
Yes.
I'm not saying like if you go to the opera or a musical, that's necessarily countercultural, but you know, the people who came before us, right? The giants that we stand on the shoulders of. Ha 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 ha. Right, referencing here. And also, there are giants in D&D. What kind? I don't know. I like to think we're standing on the shoulders of storm giants because they're so aloof and powerful. But whatever. But yeah, it's important to remember that, like, you know, what we take for granted now is like, oh yeah, this is just a thing that's like part of our culture. In the tamest forms, you know, made people go, I'm not sure about that. And like in the most extreme forms were like riots, right?
Yes.
Like, you know, remember
Like you
everybody
said,
Stonewall
book
was a riot.
burnings and you know, book banning, all those things that are still happening today.
Yeah.
Just on a different scale.
Yeah. So, you know, now I'm not saying like playing your D&D session is like subversive. No, but also like as times become more reactionary, you know, you're going to have, and this is, you know, DMs out there, you're going to have people who are looking for refuge at your table.
Mm.
You know, so welcome them.
Yes. Yeah.
That's what I got. With one more thing I wanted to say before we get back to the video. I am, granted, you know, I only watched the playtest, you know, only saw about, 2-ish hours of setting. But I feel like the death save setting is going to be a good one for the people that are like, I don't really want a lot of story. I just want to beat the fuck out of some devils and demons. You know, it was giving a lot of rip and tear until it is done. So, you know, for your people out there that are like, I just want combat.
That's
I
fair.
think that's going to be for them. Yes,
Okay.
yes. We may or may not have a player in, you know, one of our own games who might be interested in running that setting.
We'll see. We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see.
if
We'll
we can schedule it.
That's right. First order of business, scheduling.
Yeah. The real BBEG.
That's right.
All right. Yep. So we're getting back into Dark Sun. Let's go.
Oh yeah.
Taking Dungeons and Dragons into the future. And due to popular demand, yes, I'm relaunching Death Save Streetwear with a special D&D capsule collection centered around the visionary art of Gerald Brom.
Yeah.
I need it.
Shut up and take my money.
I mean, if we're back, we're back. Brom is best known for creating the look and feel of the post-apocalyptic D&D world of Dark Sun. And the first pieces from it will be given out to the first people in line for the live play tomorrow.
Couldn't
and then
be
the
me.
full drop, I think, will
Sadly.
probably land somewhere around New York Comic Con.
I'm
So just
stuck in
stay tuned
Ohio.
for that. And one more thing. As if all of this isn't enough, I brought a secret weapon tonight. No D&D Mount Rushmore would be complete without this person. Look up here. Any
Pause,
guesses?
Okay.
If
But
you
I'm
were
so-
if you were
but
to
I'm so
guess,
excited.
they're about to bring another D&D heavy hitter on stage. If you were to guess, who's your top pick? Who do you think they brought back?
Ooh. Chris Perkins still there.
Yeah, he is. That's
Wouldn't
true.
be Mike doing his own
I don't know.
Dark Sun. I'm trying to remember. I don't know.
I'm not going to give you any hints.
Ugh. I couldn't tell you.
Yes. Well, okay. So Mike Merles, is that your final guess?
Yeah, I'm gonna go with that for now.
Okay,
'cause-
it's a good guess.
Yeah. I feel like because he's the one that, you know, like set up 4E, and 4E was a really good setting for Dark Sun. So I feel like if anyone's gonna come back with Dark Sun, it's gonna be him.
Let's find out.
Okay.
Responsible for creating the most popular and enduring character in Dungeons and Dragons history, whose books appeared more than 20 times on the New York Times bestseller list, with over 50 million books in print in a dozen languages, one of the most prolific writers and world creators
like,
in
oh,
fantasy
God
history.
damn it.
You tricked
Who took
me.
Ed Greenwood's
I did.
Forgotten Realms and added a
Should have known.
basement to it.
Should I thought it was gonna be too obvious
Here
to say
to
that.
tease a special top secret upcoming project with death saves and icons, the one,
It-
the
it
only,
is very much
the
that
father
obvious.
of Dritz de
Damn.
of Derman Neshez Bernan, the ninth house of Menzo Berenzon. You call him R.A., but I call him Bob Salvatore.
Yep.
I wish I could call him Bob. I'll know him like that.
Okay. All right.
To me, he's R.A. Salvatore.
Bob.
Bob.
I got to talk. I just got off a plane. Yeah, about 2 weeks ago, they said, hey, come on out to Gen Con. I'm like, what's going on? Oh, you'll see.
What's going on?
This feels really great to me because, I've been with TSR since 1987.
That's crazy,
Not
man.
as long
Yeah.
as crazy.
Almost. It's 40 years
But
next year. That's
It's
crazy.
starting to feel new again a little bit, and that's what Joe's been going for. So I'm happy to be here, and we got some big plans.
the TV
just starting
show?
to stir, and do I get to kill a Wookiee?
The Legend of Drist?
Yeah.
Okay, as long as I kill Wookiees,
Yeah.
I'm happy.
Yeah.
Okay. I thought that's what they were.
This actually brings me back to my
Pretty sure.
first Gen Con because I really haven't been around here
I
much
actually
lately.
haven't read any R.A.
And
Salvatore books yet.
Back in those days, I
I've
still
been
remember
trying
the
to-
phone call when this whole thing started.
I've been trying to collect them, but they are hard to get your hands on. I have
I bet.
one book. And
Okay, the Legend of Drist, that's the novel series. 39
Yes.
books to date.
yes,
Which is
that's
crazy.
the series. Again, hard to get your hands on, especially the older books, obviously. But I'm pretty sure they're making a TV show out of it, and I think that's what they're going to talk about.
I thought I saw that being announced as well.
Yeah.
Like last year, right?
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, it was around the time when oh gosh, not the critical, not Vox Machina. What's the Mighty Nine?
Yeah,
It was around
yeah.
the time that Mighty Nine was announced. I if I remember correctly, that was also announced. But I don't know. Let's watch.
Oh, I'm ready for my hot drow.
Aren't we all?
Oh, hot drow summer. Let's go. Okay.
And I won the audition to do the second Forgotten Realms book. And then Mary Kirchhoff calls me up, and I had used one of. Am I supposed to be reading that? Because I can't even see it.
So real, dude.
Mary
King.
Kirchhoff calls me up, and
Teleprompter,
she tells
what's
me I
that?
can't use Doug Niles' character because that's in the Moonshae Isles. And she says, we want it in the Forgotten Realms. I'm like, all I know are the Moonshae Isles. There's no book out. There's no anything.
We'll write
So
it.
she had me come up with a character off the top of my head because
You're a writer
she's,
guy,
I need
right?
a sidekick for Wolfgar. And I said, all right, I'll get back to you next week. I'm at work. I'm working as a financial analyst at the time. And I said, she says, no, you don't understand. I'm going to a meeting, and I need a sidekick for Wolfgar. And I said, all right, listen, I'll take lunch. I won't take lunch at work. I'll come up with something. I'll give you a call this afternoon. And she says, no, you don't understand. I'm standing across the hall. Now, there's no cell phones at this time, by the way. I'm standing across the hall from the room where they're waiting for me. And I have to sell your book
jeez.
to the sales force. This is really important. I need a sidekick for Wolfgar. And I don't know why and I don't know how, but off the top of my head, I said, a drow elf. And she says, a drow? I said, yeah, a drow. Now I start thinking about it. I'm like, this could be fun. And she goes, you want to do a drow? I said, yeah, a drow ranger. That'll be
Which
cool.
I love.
Nobody's
Hold
ever
up,
done
pause.
that.
I love how the subtitles say D. For any time it's drow, it's just D. A D
Yeah.
elf? Yeah, a D ranger.
It doesn't know.
feels derogatory there. AI captions.
Oh, AI captions.
Yeah. Sorry. I just had to add that.
She says, Bob, there's a reason. And I said, no, it'll be cool. And we're going on and on and on. Finally, she's like, you can't do that. I said, I want to do that. And we kept going and going and going. And finally, she just says, all right, we don't have any more time. You can do it. What's his name? I don't know how, and I don't know why, but I said, Dritz the Warden of Daman Neshezbanon, the ninth house of Menzoberranzan. Long pause. And she says, what? What's a Menzoberranzan? I said, I'll come up with something. She says, okay, Dritz Stewart, and that's Dritz Stewart, and if Daman Neshezbanon,
I love how I was saying
Menzoberranzan.
Dritz Stewart.
Now I got it.
Yeah.
right?
Driz.
She says, can you spell it? I said, no.
No.
And that
I'll come
phone
back to
call,
that.
And here I am, too many years than I want to count later, back at Gen Con, and it feels like it's all new again. So, thank you.
All right. I'm really loving this, like, going back to the old ages. I'm really loving this.
Is it nostalgia bait? Maybe. Is
Maybe.
it working? Yes.
But then
We've
you got these
all
like prolific
assembled here.
writers coming back to bring us new stories. So I think it's gonna be worthwhile.
Well, and that's the big thing, right? Like, I think it'd be very easy to fall into, and we'll talk about this as they announce more things, right? More products. But it's like I feel like it'd be very easy to fall into this, like, oh, okay, this is just marketing. All right, what? You want some Dragonlance? Get some fucking Dragonlance, But like
Yeah.
getting the actual writers who came up with the settings, who wrote the novels, that kind of stuff. And once again, I could just be falling for the marketing here, but it does feel much more heartfelt than just being like, here's a book, right? It's like, hey, here's the people that did the thing, and now we're working with them, and they're on the team, and they're excited to be here. So, like, when you get the book, hopefully it doesn't feel like soulless corporate slop. You know what I mean?
Yeah, which we have been talking about for a while on our episodes, where it's like, I wish we could go back to the old settings where there was a lot more heart. Not to say that, 4E, 5E, 5.5 don't have heart in it. And people put in a lot of work. We see that. But there's something about it, about 2E and 3 that really just set up Dungeons and Dragons, especially with these writers and creators. And I'm really happy to see that back. And like you said, we might be just falling for the marketing. But I feel like them actually bringing these people and not saying, we, consulted with, these writers. They are actually bringing them on stage and saying that they're going to be a part of this. I don't know. I guess we'll just have to see, but I'm excited.
Yeah, it's the whole thing. Obviously, anytime you're dealing with anything at like corporate scale, you are in danger of things either falling through the cracks, or it's like, oh no, well, we've got to rush or crunch, so we got to shave off these edges or whatever. That always comes at the expense of like the player experience. But if it can be a real labor of love, and we worked hard and we made this thing, and here you go, we hope you like it, and we did this with the fan base in mind. Hopefully you can get something where it's like, okay, I know I'm paying probably $50 for this book, but or more. Oh, I don't want to talk about that inflation. But then when you crack the thing open, right, and you're looking through it, it's like, wow, this is really great. And, the design is sound and the lore basis is sound. And I can tell that the team who was writing on, or the team who was working on this, not only was really like into what they were doing and cared a lot, but also, Wizards and Hasbro, didn't come in and be like, no, fuck you, we're going to do this instead, right?
Yeah.
I can suspend my understanding of how the business works a bit
if
the product is really high quality, right? And as was said, I won't give too much away because I've watched this and you've not. But I can also waive some of the books type of mentality, right? If every book is a banger.
Yeah.
And that's really where, obviously like towards the back end of 4th edition, people were like, this is getting ridiculous. And then also through 5th edition, as we saw, and I even experienced myself where it's like, yeah, I love this. Yeah, I love this. Yeah, I love this. Oh. And then it's like, okay, I'm not buying any more of your damn books.
Yes. Yeah.
Like you gotta sweeten the deal for me because I don't have this kind of money. None of us do. So yeah, hopefully, as we said, sorry, I've gone on for a bit too long. But yeah, Jayde, I keep going. So the content, keep laboring in the content lines. It's gold. But yeah, the hope, of course, is that if the people who did the damn thing first, right, are back and going, I'm excited, then that means hopefully they're cooking up some good shit. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
Oh, okay. All right. I'm just so excited.
Here, in the inn, where it all started, to reignite and carry the torch that is D&D's heart and spirit forward into the future. Behold, the first wave of Dungeons & Dragons icons.
Like how the subtitle says, screaming applause. I'm like, who's screaming? Is this a Draven Loft?
Not yet.
Yeah, not yet. It's true.
Like Luke said, if you're excited about Greyhawk, good news. There's more than one vision of Greyhawk coming. Now, let's welcome D&D's game design director and the lead for the upcoming Greyhawk adventure book, Justice Ramin Arman. Make some noise, people!
So once again, I've only seen this guy's name. I've never seen him before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So back at GaryCon 2024, during
he looks
Why
D&D's
do
Dungeons
all
and
of them
Dragons
look like
celebrations,
huge dude
we hosted
bros?
a tournament
That's so funny.
adventure for the 5th edition update.
Yeah.
It's a nerd
Esper,
style, I guess,
the
now.
Lost Caverns
It's very
of Sludge
Silicon
Con,
Valley,
originally
which they're
created
not
by
in
Gary
Silicon
Gygax
Valley,
in
but, you know.
They're close
1976.
enough. Yeah.
Yeah.
That
West
adventure
Coast.
introduced us to Drelnza, the vampire daughter of Igwilf, the Witch Queen, perhaps better known as Tasha. After that adventure's debut, we're returning to Greyhawk and expanding Drelnza's story, and you can play a part in it.
Great artwork,
Greyhawk,
by the way.
Crown of the Witch Queen is a full-length adventure set in the world of Oerth. The adventure surrounds the return and ascent of Drelnza, who seeks to follow in her mother's evil footsteps and become Greyhawk's newest Witch Queen. Between Luke's projects and Crown of the Witch Queen, Greyhawk's fans are going to be well fed. Thank you, everyone, and happy Gen Con.
Crown of the Witch Queen. That's great.
Great title, which I have to say, pause.
Okay.
Because now we're about to go into a new thing. Yes, it's the blood splatters. Yeah. Anybody who's watching along on YouTube is like, wait, no, unpause. But I, like, obviously this is cool, where it's like, okay, bringing back iconic character, here's Drelnza. Okay, she's going to ascend, whatever. Which now I'm over here, I'm like, so, how many big-name wizards are we going to interact with in this adventure? Morden Kanan's going to step in and be like,
yeah.
I'm sorry, it's the balance o'clock. What the fuck are you doing?
We've been over this like 5 times already.
Yes. I've been in multiple modules in 5th edition for exactly this. I was in hell.
Which Greyhawk war are we in now?
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, oh, is Big B gonna come back? Are we gonna see Big B again? Is Melf gonna show up? I hope so.
Oh well, that's a guarantee since Luke already
Yeah.
said that. So
Yeah, which this is okay. Maybe this is just a nerdy thing for me. And obviously, I have. This is no shade to Jayde. I love Jayde. She's a great dungeon mistress. She may or may not be murdering my player character in the finale of her campaign. We
I'm
don't
just
know
not
yet.
giving you a happy ending.
No. She's like, you fucked with rules in the mechanics too much. I can't let you.
Fucking artificers.
Yes, always. Yes. What do you mean you have a metal monkey as a pet who can also punch things? But one thing I've always loved as a dungeon master, and it's a hard thing to do because you don't want to be like, here's fan service for you as game designers, but also I think it can throw old heads and lore masters such as myself a bone when you're like, okay, here is this iconic character. Do your homework. We're gonna give you some suggestions, right? But also this character's been around for, in some cases, 5 or 5.5 editions, right? Go learn. And I've talked about this before, as somebody who is a trained performer and actor, I'm like, oh, yes, let me bring this to life. For the more casual DMs out there, it's okay. Just use what's in the in the module. Maybe read a book or two. But if this is a story where it's like, okay, here's some heavy hitting characters that you can really come to learn and embody so that you can create a really good story for your players. And they're like, holy shit, wow, this character is really interesting. And then you're like, oh yeah, they've been around since 1978. What?
Yeah.
That character's 20 years older than me. That's at our table. Other tables might vary, but at our table. So for me, that makes me very excited. That was all I wanted to add.
Yeah. All right. Ready for the gore.
Yeah. What setting do you think this is for, Jayde?
Oh, I already know. I've seen this particular clip, but if you listen to part 1 of our Sirloins episode, then you will also know.
Correct. Right through the eye socket. Classic. I know, so I'm like, I don't know what that is. That's some psionic fuckery.
Yeah, it is.
Got the Thry-Kreen up there. Nice.
Ooh. Hell yeah.
That was
Man.
a lot in 40 seconds.
Yeah.
I'm like, to the animators, well fucking done.
To help us wrap our heads around that absolute lunacy, please welcome D&D executive producer Greg Billsland. Make some noise.
Once again, another guy I was like, I've never heard of this guy.
Hey
I am
everyone,
a fake fan.
welcome to the blood-soaked world of Dark Sun, one of D&D's most iconic settings, and we are bringing it back in a big way as D&D's first mature-rated setting. So much so that the lawyers told us we had to shrink wrap it and put a label over it. We've taken all of the things that people love about Dark Sun, brutal stories of survival and resistance in the face of tyranny, and developed art and game mechanics, all to realize the promise of this world. The dying world of Athos is a brutal place where survival is its own act of defiance. Magic defiles the land, psionic monsters prowl the wastes, and tyrannical sorcerer kings rule through power and fear. And I am excited to share with you today some first looks at some art from the books.
Art. We love art.
Here is the flicker of freedom in this dying world. Its sorcerer king Kalik lies dead, but the city's revolution continues. Tears flames forge its future and burn any who sympathize with tyrants. In Draj, life, gravity, and
once again, which like very cool, good, good storytelling thing where it's like, okay, are you with the revolution? Or are you against it? I can't help but notice that is a statement to be making in 2026. Now, were the designers thinking about that when they were making, what's going on in the current history of that particular, city-state in Athos? I cannot confirm nor deny because I'm not on that team. But all I will say is I'm surprised at the amount of Wizards W's that are coming out of these announcements. All I'm saying. Right? Which I feel like we just came off of like a big hate fest for Wizards with, our most recent series. And now I'm like, I'm sorry, Wizards.
Yeah,
I apologize. I wasn't familiar with your game.
And like, not only that, but if y'all haven't listened to the first part of Sirloin, you don't understand the significance of Dark Sun coming out in 2026. Dark Sun hasn't been out since 4th edition.
Yes.
And it barely got anything in 4th edition. It didn't get anything in 3rd edition. It only had like outside fan support. It's been
damn near 20 years since we've even heard of the setting.
Yes, we have seen very little of Dark Sun, so for them to bring it back, and also bringing it back in a mature setting, is really great. Because honestly, I don't think there's very many mature supplements or modules. The only one I could think of is like the Book of Vile Darkness. Mm-hmm. That's really the only one that had like a warning on it. That we've come across in our research. But yeah, this is very significant. This is very interesting. And like you said, it's also coming around at a time that is important. So yeah.
Yes, the theme of, resisting tyrants and perhaps changing the status quo. It's a very timely theme. So, do with that what you will.
Yeah.
Perhaps R.A. Salvatore books aren't the only ones you should be reading, but also go read those.
Yes.
I won't tell you what books you should be reading other than, the R.A. Salvatore ones and the Crin
and Dragonlance. Yeah.
Well, that's right. Yeah, and the Dragonlance ones. But food for thought. Eat up. Eat your brain.
Yum. Right. get back into this artwork. It's so cool.
Dark Sun.
Dark Soul.
reality bend for the lunar god king Lifebringer, who demands sacrifices to fuel its dark omens and inscrutable ambitions. And in gold, life and death blend together under the sorcerer king Lalipui. The city's tree towers and corpse plant guardians feed upon the spirits of the willing and, of course, the unwilling. Uruk is a brutalist engine of war driven to conquer
Fire
by
Nation.
its sorcerer king Hamanu.
But alien.
As
I
the
like
world of Athos burns, Hamanu and the Uruk march to conquer the ashes. And in Rom, every day is the last day. Here, consequence and taboo lie scattered upon the streets.
Look at that. Look
and
at that building.
debauchery
Yeah.
can be had for the price of
this
coin
is giving
or
Drukari
flesh.
from the 40K.
And
setting.
in Nibene, scions and scholars alike grasp at secrets from a forgotten past. They join their minds with their sorcerer king in pursuit of alien glories.
Cyberpunk?
To outwit
No,
mortality.
Scion Punk.
And last is Balak. It is what
Sword
comes from a
and
tyrant's
planet.
reckless
That's
pursuit
right.
of power.
Dude,
it is
look
a
at
wasteland
that.
dominated by
awesome.
bizarre and deadly remnants of mad ambition. Darkson is a gritty, mature setting for those who are willing to step into this world. We have 3 books: Blood and Power, Edge of Oblivion, and a limited edition player's handbook with alternate art for Dark Sun, representing over 400
my wallet.
pages of content.
My bank
all
account.
coming
Oh!
in 2027 in the season of
It
survival.
hurts, but it yearns.
If you want to learn more, dungeonsanddragons.com/Darksun.
God, I'm going to it as
Thank
soon
you
as
so
this
much.
video is
Game
done.
on.
All right. You got me.
Damn.
Greg,
Oh,
thank you
I'm
so much
excited.
for joining us.
Oh, I gotta
One
run
more
Dark
time
Sun now.
for Greg Billsland, everybody.
Yes.
Thank you.
Hell yeah.
A
Jade's like,
new
maybe my
dawn
next
for
campaign
D&D
won't
also
be
means a new
in the
dawn
Forgotten
for
Realms.
D&D Beyond.
Maybe
Please give a
it's time
warm
to kill
welcome
players.
to a guy that eats, sleeps,
More than
breathes
just me.
Dungeons and Dragons, the executive producer of D&D Beyond, Brian Perry. Make some noise.
I had the same reaction as you. I'm going to ask you to suspend your cringe because I was also like, man, what this fuck ass doing here? We're gonna do a B&D Beyond. Your app sucks. Just wait. Just wait.
I'm hopeful. Because
Yeah.
D&D Beyond has been doing some okay things, and I think if they step it up, I think it could be a great site. But yeah,
I won't give away spoilers, but I will say I think that they have read the mountain of negative reviews and might finally be starting to listen. And that's what I'm gonna say.
All right. I'm excited. Okay.
I'm gonna say.
9 years ago, D&D Beyond launched with a mission to make D&D easier to play.
Oh, I
And
remember.
then we forgot. We forgot our mission. But I'm
Yes.
back here tonight to talk
Taking
about how we're going to make D&D easier to play together. Yes, we're adding one word to that mission. So tonight, I want to talk about together. That magical ingredient that makes D&D and tabletop role-playing games good for us, good for humanity, it's the people around the table. That's what we've been talking about tonight. And getting to play in person, getting to be present, that's the ultimate state. But it feels harder than it's ever been in our lives just to get together, and we all want it.
Real.
That's what we want to focus on D&D Beyond, together. And we're going to start with connect and play. Let's talk about connect, because that starts right now with the launch of dndbeyond.com/LFG. If you are having a hard time finding people to play D&D with, this is your hub. First, for players looking for local communities, today we are launching a dedicated D&D event finder. And now WPN stores can post local events right on D&D Beyond. And you can find your next local group all right here.
Really liked that.
This is just the start of what we want to do for local game stores. Now, for players that can't find a local group, we want to make sure your first game is awesome with the best professional dungeon masters. So today we're also announcing a partnership with Start Playing. And for a limited
now I will
time,
say, pause.
players can feel confident they're going to have a great...
Not sure if we saw, and for those of you who are only listening on audio, which thank you for listening on audio. We appreciate and love you. It did say they're starting at 99 cents. This is, at least right now, it looks like it's going to be a subscription service, which
I mean, makes sense if
Yeah.
they're going to have professional DMs on there.
Exactly. It's like one of those things where I'm like, okay, I don't love a paywall, but also people should be paid for their labor.
Yes.
So as long as this comes out to be fair,
Yeah.
right, where the DMs are being fairly compensated and also the price point is not like crazy for people, I'm willing to give it a let's see. That being said, though, this one in particular to me seems to be a response to the rise of like D&D AI bot things
Yeah.
I've seen. I've gotten a lot of ads for those, which has led to me finding more and more ways to block said ads. But yeah, I'm like, I don't want, AI DM coming in here doing the thing. The whole point of role-playing games is you have a human being who's running it. For better, for worse, it's not always perfect, right? But that's how the real storytelling is happening. So I do like that they're going into that space and trying to be like, no, we're going to reclaim this for humans, right?
Okay.
Time will tell to see if this subscription model is the way to do it. But the whole, hey, you can see online postings for your local game stores, and if you can't make it, we have this option. I think that's a move in the right direction. We'll see, but I'm going to give it the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah. It'll be something if it works out, because I think, oh, that would be so cool to be paid as a DM, even if it's just a small like group on there. Just getting people together, as they said, together is the most important part. And yeah, I like that.
All I'm saying, Jade, is maybe once they start having applications, maybe we should apply.
I definitely need a new job.
Damn. I wasn't going to say anything, but your job is stupid.
I really. Speaking of AI.
Yeah, exactly, right? And yeah, you are I don't want to say that you're too good for the job you have, but
No, I am.
yeah. Yes. Queen.
Yeah, I need to get my shit together and just get more creative stuff out there, but it's a lot.
Really is that.
Yeah.
It really is that joke where it's like, I got a master's degree for this.
It's not funny.
Oh, it's the millennial experience. Oh God. They said go to college and all your dreams would come true.
Okay. All right. Let's jump back
too
into
real.
fantasy. Yeah.
Yeah, back into fantasy.
Go
God,
back.
oh, sorry.
Great first experience with one of Start Playing's top DMs for just 99 cents. So also for players who use our D&D Discord server, there's also a totally rebuilt, dedicated looking for group section coming soon. All of this and more are available right now on dndbeyond.com/LFG.
Which we will be testing out these features, dear listeners. We'll get back to you on what we think.
Yeah.
I want to talk about play next, because over the next few months, we get to roll out some of the top requested features that will make play with D&D Beyond easier and better, including rebuilding site search, one of our top pain points.
Thank
Yes.
I know.
Oh
What a
my
mess.
Nightmare.
We also have new DM prep tools like a scene manager, map pins, and bookmarking, and DM tools that don't require you to use maps, so you can run encounters and manage your sessions without having to launch a VTT.
Which I have to say, pause.
Yeah.
Now,
I like that they're going in that direction, but I'm like, Roll20 has solved this problem for, at least 10 years, if not longer. Like, I'm not saying Wizards integrate Roll20. Don't do that. I like my Roll20. Fuck you. Hands off. But also, I don't know, maybe confer with the people at the, because there's plenty of virtual tabletop services out there, many of which are very good. Maybe just confer with the people who've done it successfully, and then I don't know, maybe incorporate some of their techniques.
Well, they have incorporated D&D Beyond a little bit in Roll20, because you can import or export your character sheet in D&D Beyond to Roll20. as well as maps and things like that, which is great. But yeah, I think I agree. I think instead of trying to do their own thing, they should really just start incorporating other BTTs into D&D Beyond. I think that would be really cool.
Yes. And like, once again, I don't want to give them ideas, but it's like there's a lot of potentially lucrative opportunities to like partner with those other companies.
Yeah, you don't have to make your own thing. Like that's the whole point of D&D, especially with the open game license, is that you can share this and everyone can create something different.
Well, and I'm sorry, but like how many very well established like D&D, channels, content creators, whatever, have been advertising a number of these very good services for, many years, damn near part of a decade, if not longer now. It's like, dude, just partner. Just partner with them.
Yeah.
Like that solves a lot of the guesswork for you, and that, makes it so we don't have to deal with your crappy, clunky D&D Beyond system. I'm sorry. It's bad. It's bad.
It is.
At least it has been. I'm interested to see what they do here. Historically, it's been bad. That's why people use Roll20 or other systems.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I don't know. We'll see. Maybe it'd be cool if they partnered and gave discounts for buying materials and supplements on those different sites. That would be really nice.
Or if it's a thing where it's like on the site, now granted, I don't know how this would look in the financialization of it, but if it's like, oh, as part of your whatever tier subscription, you have access to all this extra material.
Yes.
Right? Although I also see the whole thing where it's like, but I also want to just own this, and that's good too, right? But
yeah.
I don't know. I said I don't want to give too many ideas, but I feel like that would just work better than trying to. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. Like you said, we'll see what they do with it.
Yes, we'll report back for you, dear listeners, so that if you don't want to pony up the money, we will have already wasted it for you.
All right.
Now, let's talk about during play, because look, most online tools are optimized for big screens and virtual only play, but we care about together. And so what we really want to do is help make in-person play better together. So that's exactly what we're focusing on with a brand new app built on top of a brand new D&D game platform. This is the first look at an early prototype of a new D&D Beyond play experience coming to mobile first and other game platforms after. Here, we started with the idea that the tech at your table should actually reduce your distractions and keep you present.
I'm with you, Jayde.
We don't want your phone to copy or replace any part of your tabletop experience.
I don't want another fucking app.
To the snacks.
Sorry.
What we really want to do, actually, is give you all the depth and intricacies of playing D&D so that you can focus on what matters, which is what is happening at the table right then and there. That's also why we spent almost 2 years now working on a new rules engine that truly understands D&D and will be able to support every single rule over time.
Which is
This
good.
is the new D&D Beyond play experience that respects that you are here to hang out. Our plan is to roll out a very early version of it.
That's my question. Because again, the rules, even in Roll20, you have to pay for them to get it. Like they give you the basic, player handbook, Dungeon Master. That's it though. All the other like Arcana rules and things like that. I don't know. I'm just curious on if there's like an initial cost and then that's it, or if it's a subscription, which again, I don't want another fucking subscription. I don't want another fucking app.
Yeah. It's one of those which like it's frustrating, because at least what D&D Beyond has been up to this point, it's like, okay, well, I can have my physical version, but I also need to buy a D&D Beyond version. That sucks, right?
Yeah.
If it's a thing where it's like, oh, if you buy this in physical, it comes with a code. I'd be
That
like,
would be
all
nice.
right, now we're fucking cooking, right?
Yes.
Because, like, yes, you'll get people who still buy the digital, but like you're gonna get more people if you put a code in there who are gonna go, okay, awesome, I will buy the book.
They
So
should
I
have done
the
that
book.
in the
I like
first
books.
place. I hate when you have to like, oh, let's buy a digital copy. I'm like,
Yeah.
put it in there, and that would get more sales with the physical copies.
Yeah, well, and it's I'm sure people have heard the adage before, right? Piracy. It's the Gabe Newell. Yeah, the founder of Steam, right? It's Gabe Newell's thing where he says piracy is a distribution issue, right? People only pirate things if they can't get the product easily and affordably, right? So like in terms of people just like being like, well, fuck this, man. If I have to get a PDF version anyway to integrate it with my VTT, I'm just gonna find it, right? Whereas if you say, oh yeah, buy the $30, $40, $50 book, and also there's a code in here which goes directly into your online platform, more people are going to go, well, that's really easy. I can go to my game store or order it online and just get that, right?
Yeah.
Now I have 2 copies.
And I feel like that would justify the $50 price point, because at this point, like, I get most of the 5e books on Marketplace because it's like it's so much cheaper than spending $50 for a book. Like
I buy them
ridiculous.
secondhand. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah.
So I'm right there with you. Yeah. So that's my thing. I will say this might sound boomery. Okay. So I'm gonna say that, right? Which I'm gonna remind everybody I'm 33 years old. I'm certified UNC. But while I do like the optimization for smaller screens, I don't know if I love the whole like you can run everything from your phone, because it's like, oh, everything's running from your phone. I'm like, I feel like a character sheet should at least be on like an iPad, like a bigger screen, something like that. Because like, I don't know. At that point, I'm like, why not just print out the paper and just write it on there? Like, I don't know. I like the better mobile optimization, but I'm also like, I don't know if let's eliminate all the distractions by having everything on your phone. I'm like, I don't know if that's really going to work. I think you're going to have people who are just app juggling at that point, and you're going to have the same issues of like, oh, let me pull my thing back up. It's like,
yeah, I got to pull up my sheet, and I got to pull up the rules, and I got to pull up the dice. And also, to sound boomery, it just, I don't know. It feels like it would take the fun out of being a player, and not only learning the game, but already being in the game, like, oh, I get to, look up these rules and check the DM, and oh, I see how my character is growing through these additional feats and abilities, and just going through that. Whereas this app sounds like it's just gonna take all the guesswork out and just plug it in. It's just,
and that's the big thing, right? Because I like technology, and I like it when technology is here. I love virtual character sheets, because for those of us who've played with physical character sheets, and you get to the point where like you're basically scratching your way through the paper. Because you've obviously think, I love that, but this almost feels like, and once again, we'll test it for you, dear listeners, and we'll get back to you. But I feel like this runs the danger of infantilizing the player.
Yes.
And one of the cool things about tabletop games, and I know it's like, oh, blah, 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 you got to read. Yeah, man, that's part of the fun. You read the book, you learn the rules, you internalize them, and then you're able to go, oh, I understand how this works. And it feels like you're learning any other skill, right? Which, yeah, man, that's good. That's good. And then, if you eventually want to run your own games, you can. And if you don't, that's also fine. But yeah, I don't. The whole concept of cognitive offloading is something that we've had to more seriously contend with in the last 3 years. I'd say, really, with the rise of AI integration and all that kind of fun bullshit. And I am always vehemently opposed to cognitive offloading. I'm not saying that you should always work harder. Not saying that. I love technology. But also, it should never be at the expense of you being able to like learn and understand and internalizing things. And I know I'm also like saying that because I'm a former teacher. I guess still current teacher, but I'm not teaching in schools anymore. But the whole thing is like, okay, if you're gonna do something, you should understand how to do it and be able to recreate it without whatever like crutch or extra thing, right? I'm not saying like you should have every source book memorized. That would be insane, right? But being able to go, okay, I'm looking for this information. I know where to find it. Instead of just being like, I press the button and it does all the guesswork for me, right? I like good integration of my character sheet where I say, cast the spell.
Long rest, yeah.
Cast the spell. And then it goes, boom, there it is, and I calculated the damage for you. I love that.
That's great. Take the math out. But taking everything else out just doesn't make it sense.
Yeah, and for anybody here who's under 30 who's listening, please in the comments, if we're getting out of touch, please let us know. But part of the fun of the hobby is understanding how it all works. We talked about that with like the history and the lore. That's, I assume, why many of you listen to this podcast. I assume you tune in for Jayde's origin and then you just like tune out and then you're like scenario time. But yeah, that's part of the fun of it. So I don't know. And I mean, of course, we now have, like I said, a better part of a decade of kind of getting burned by D&D Beyond. So I think we are predisposed towards being hostile. So we'll see.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, I'd say one benefit could be that, it could be good for those players that don't really care. They just kind of want to hang out and play with their friends. And here's this app that does, and that's fine. There are going to be a percentage of players that are like that, but for the rest of us, I don't know. I think leaving out all of that lore and work that the creators put into the player's handbook, I feel like it would get lost.
Yeah. And who knows? This might get launched and then we boot it up and we go, oh my God, this is amazing. Where have you been all my life?
Yeah.
But
yeah,
at least conceptually, this is the thing where I'm kind of like,
yeah, we're just a bit skeptical. So we'll see.
We're used to getting burned though. So,
yeah.
Fool me once, shame. Fool me once, I don't trust you ever again.
But teach a man to fool me, and I'll be fooled for the rest of my life.
Yes, roll deception.
All right, let's get back into this.
Yeah, let's get back into it.
This in early 2027, then iterate, improve, and add features with your feedback. Look, we are super passionate about this cause, and this has been our general philosophy, rolling these things out. But sometimes we're just going to get things wrong. That's where we really appreciate your feedback, and then we make it better. So
we will give our feedback.
Thank you all so much for sticking with us on this journey. We'll have much more to share on everything I discussed in the next few weeks. Thank you.
Make some noise for Brian, everybody!
Oh,
damn, Theo. He's too powerful for that
Jayde,
microphone.
Please welcome to the stage your new favorite warlock, Trisha Helfer.
okay, girl. Body tea.
Hi, everyone. It's great to be here today. As you may already know, I play Katri, the lead character in the upcoming third-person action-adventure game Warlock, set in the D&D universe. One of the reasons I fell in love with this role is it's such an emotional journey, full of inner tenacity and grit. And, of course, that Katri is such a badass. But even a badass needs a little bit of help sometimes.
Don't be mean.
Everyone here knows that what makes a warlock is the pact. It's what gives them their powers and is an integral part of what makes them unique. And that pact is with a patron, a being of real power who grants you the ability to wield magic. Ever since we announced the game, one of the main questions people have asked is who is Katri's patron? Well, today we're going to answer that. Yes, but to do so, I'm going to need a little help. So please join me in welcoming the fabulous Maggie Robertson.
Damn! This is funny to me, and we'll see with Maggie here in a second. Just pause it, Jayde.
Hello, everyone.
It's funny to me. We saw this with the Baldur's Gate 3 cast, right? Where like half of them like discovered D&D and were like, this is fucking cool.
Yeah.
And the other half were like, I'm moving on to my next contract. Which is fine. That's fine. But you're going to see that dichotomy here where it's like, okay, yep, I did the thing and I am reading the teleprompter and I am committed. And then here it's like, oh no, I've been voicing video game characters for years. I'm a big fucking nerd and I love nerd shit.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
Yeah. Yes, which, I mean, Jayde, do you have any idea who Maggie Robertson is?
Sounds familiar, but
Oh, I'll let her tell you then.
Okay.
Hi, thank you, Trisha.
Some listeners are going, I know who that is.
Some of you might recognize me as Lady Dimitrescu in Resident Evil Village. Yes?
Man thing.
Oh,
Some others of
okay.
you might
All
recognize me
right.
as Orin
Heavy
the Red
hitter.
in Baldur's Gate 3.
I knew. Okay.
Yes.
Wait, she was fucking Orin?
Yes.
Oh, okay. All right. My queen.
She is a video game veteran.
Yeah.
She's been in many roles. She's one of those like, oh yeah, I'm a Matt Mercer of video games type voice actors. She's incredible.
Oh, Orin was so cool. I loved her colloquialisms. They were so good.
She hurt me inside. And I loved every minute of it.
Who'd she steal from you?
I don't want to talk about it.
Okay. All right.
Let's just say there's a lot of save scumming that happened. It was all my fault.
Yes, she is a character players love to hate or love to love, depending on what you're into. We don't judge. Okay? But
She'll
for
kill ya.
now, I am taking on yet another iconic D&D character, this time a creator of spells, a keeper of magical artifacts, and one of the most cunning creatures you will ever meet. The extremely powerful Archfey, Tasha!
Yep.
She fucked a demon lord. Fun fact.
So,
I'm sure you can guess which one.
why has Tasha decided to be Katri's patron, you ask? Well, we have many more reveals to come, but I can say this for now. Above all else, Tasha respects strength. She recognizes that Katri is someone who is determined to get what she wants at any cost, which Tasha knows can be used to her advantage. So, you best believe I ain't gonna be helping you with squat unless there's something in it for me, okay?
Yeah. Katri might have her own thoughts on her relationship with Tasha, but we can save that conversation for later. Also, that's a cool image and all, but can we get a look at Tasha's face?
No.
No.
We're going to save that surprise for our gameplay reveal. but
Marketing!
We won't have to wait too much longer, as we will be
need to go back
revealing
and watch
gameplay
the
for
trailer for
Warlock in
this.
just a few weeks at Gamescom Opening Night
short.
Live on August 25th.
That'll be cool
Okay.
to watch.
All right. Yeah.
I better see you all there. Or else.
Another
react
game to know life.
We
Yeah,
can't
yeah, yeah.
wait to
You
show
need a
you
new
the
one.
game and
Yes.
share more about Katri's
And Tasha's.
adventure. Thank you all for having us, and enjoy the rest of the show.
Yes.
All right, Dan.
I can't
We're
think of
more
what
than
else they would
halfway through.
announce.
Are you finally ready to
There is still
talk Season of
somehow more.
Champions?
Yeah, I am. I know you're excited about this one, so by all means, do the honors.
Best kept secret at Gen Con. Roll that trailer.
All right.
Yeah. Like, this is one of the ones where I'm like,
Cool,
that's
right?
cool for people that care about it.
Yeah.
I was never a World of Warcraft player, so like, you know, I just have tangentially consumed and experienced, you know, the fandom and stuff like that. So for me, I'm like, all right. But I'm sure there are WoW players out there who are like, yeah, fuck yeah! Now I get to roll for, I don't know, the things you do in World of Warcraft.
Yeah. I'm confused how that's gonna work because isn't it an MMO?
Well, what they're doing is they'll talk about it here in a
Okay,
second. But
okay.
basically, they're taking the setting, right, that World of Warcraft is in, and then they're putting it into the tabletop system.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so you get to run your own games in the world of Azeroth.
Okay. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm sure that's already a thing made by a fan, but okay.
Probably, but like, licensed products. There's another licensed product here that I will also be like, I don't know if we needed this, but I won't spoil it. So
Okay.
yes.
Gen Con,
Zip.
please help me welcome to the stage Blizzard Entertainment's executive producer of World of Warcraft, Holly Longdale.
What's up, Holly Longdale? You've made some cool stuff in your day.
I'm just gonna.
Also, I like
I'm
your
just gonna
jacket.
do this to start. Can I hear who's for the Alliance? And Dan
for the Horde. Told you.
I mean, I like orcs as much as the next person. Okay.
So we're going from the PC to the desktop. Holly, what can fans expect?
A lot, so much adventure, so much imagination, so much fun. When we hear about partnerships, you hear about a perfect match. This was just so obvious, especially with WoW. And we've got over 20 years of lore to play with. So we're really excited to be able to share this, especially given D&D are all about playing with friends, and WoW is playing with friends. So we can't wait for all the adventures we're going to have. And
Meanwhile, like Ari Salvatore is back there, like only 20 years.
Great.
Child numbers.
Yeah.
World of Warcraft and the Season of Champions will offer players everything you need for your D&D sessions in Azeroth.
I like that cover though.
And we're just getting freaking warmed up, gang. We'll have our gameplay expansion, the map pack, minis, and a DM screen.
All right, have fun.
I know.
Yeah,
World of
I was
Warcraft.
like, all right,
You're going to see a lot of familiar faces. Does anyone here know Illidan's catchphrase? Oh my God, that's amazing. All right, yeah. So
I don't even know what that
lots
is.
of favorite locations
Sorry.
and everything you need to recreate your main character or roll a new alt or maybe even try something new.
New combinations like a Demon Hunter Tauren.
That's ridiculous.
Don't know what that means.
I'm thinking more
Is it ridiculous,
like
fans?
Undead
Tell us.
Paladin.
Yeah, please tell us.
Ooh.
All right.
Yeah, you can do whatever.
There's some
It's
people,
your
Undead Paladin sounds fun.
people in this room that can definitely get weirder.
I'm like, yeah, that's not that strange for the
The book
Forgotten
features
Realms. We call 'em Death
16 World
Knights.
of Warcraft species, including 11 that are new to D&D. Rules for playing all 13 WoW classes with 6 new subclasses, 3 updated subclasses, over 40 specializations, 50 new monsters and iconic bosses with stat blocks.
Art looks good.
And over 25 new magic items, dungeons, mounts, companions, and more.
So the maps look good too, from what they've shown.
And
so
the best part is it'll be in your hands this November. I even hear that there might be a display with everything we showed here around and some other surprises at the Hasbro booth on the Gen Con floor. So go check that out. Oh, and by the way, you can frickin' pre-order right now.
they're like,
Orders
holiday
arrive
release.
this moment.
Christmas presents.
Really? For the Alliance.
For the Horde!
Holly, thank you so much for joining
Take
us.
your word
Gen
for
Con,
it.
let's give
Yeah.
Holly some love. Thank you.
I don't know if we need any more subclasses. They've already put out like 30 already.
Yeah. Well, these are,
So we talked
WoW
about ensuring there's a
subclasses,
D&D for
so,
everyone. Well, we kept coming back to the fact that there's some amazing properties out there that naturally lend themselves to D&D, like this one. So like an excited kid with all these toys to play with, we started to think about what sorts of other combinations would make the most sense to deliver some incredible D&D experiences, settings, and adventures. Today, we're announcing Dungeons & Dragons Universes Beyond, a hand-picked collection of some of the best collaborations across gaming, entertainment, books, and more. Starting with Dungeons & Dragons World of Warcraft, we're going to aim to bring D&D to fandom from all corners of the world. Universes Beyond connects D&D with other beloved universes to
So they're
make
just
thrilling
pulling a magic.
settings and adventures in places you've
Yeah,
always dreamed
pretty
about.
much.
D&D is for everyone, and Universes Beyond will help reinforce
know.
that.
I don't know if I'm excited.
This one does feel like shameless cash grab.
That is,
Yep.
yeah.
I also get really excited about how this can help bring new players to the table by letting them start with universes and characters that they already know. But one thing I do want to make sure
People already homebrew that. That's the whole point of the open game license, is that I'm sure all of the things that they're gonna make are already a thing. And it's, like you said, it's shameless cash grab. It's what Magic the Gathering is doing, and everyone does not like it. Okay? I've heard many
Yeah.
Magic players be like, I'm sick of having to all these new sets come out of worlds that are not Magic the Gathering. It's just it's annoying. I don't like this.
Well, and it's one of those things too where it's like, well, okay, well, Pathfinder exists, Shadowrun exists, Call of Cthulhu exists. There's another property that's going to come up here for a collaboration where I'm like, this literally has its own game system and has for at least since 2018 because I played in one game. A one shot that was like set in this system. So I don't know. I understand what Wizards is doing because, like, you know, the market is crowded and they want more share of it, right? Going back to that Mike Merle's interview, but also I'm like, I don't know, maybe stick with the thing that you do really well.
They're literally going back to all these other properties, and then they're like, oh, but also we're gonna you're just gonna spread yourself thin. It's not,
and that's the worry, right? Because like it's this and I didn't mean to cut you off. If you want, if you have more to say, cut me off, right? But it's this whole thing of like, okay, we're gonna go back to like, oh, you know, the player base and the fans and like this labor of love thing, and I'm like, I want that, but also if you're gonna go in 50 different directions, assuming you don't do a huge hiring push, which like I don't see that happening. Let's be real here, right? You're not going to have the personnel to be able to like do all that justice. And then you run the risk of happening what happened in 5th edition, where it's like, okay, these are very obviously modules that were created by different teams around the world.
Yeah.
And then they didn't have enough time to collaborate. So, you know, in the editing process, it all got stitched together into a Franken module.
Yeah.
Where it doesn't make any sense. Veteran DMs are going, I'm sorry, what the hell do you want me to do with this? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I don't want that, right? Like, we've talked about this before where it's like, you know, for those of us who have been running games for, you know, damn near 10 years now, if not longer, right? For all the old heads and grognards out there, we see you, we love you. You know enough about the game to go, all right, I can fix this, right? I can fix her. You know, but that shouldn't be the thing. At least for me, a module should be a thing where it's like you can give this to a babyface DM and go, here's everything you need in addition to the core supplements. Go, right? And then they go, cool. And then the players go, this all makes sense, and I like this, right? As I've talked about, like with my own home Curse of Strahd game, right? It's like there's a lot of things I've had to fix about the whole thing. You know, you can attest, Jayde. You're like, I can't tell. I'm having a great time. This all flows very seamlessly. But I had to run the game incorrectly the first time and have players go, wait a minute, this doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
Ooh, what is happening? Blah, 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 right? Which I didn't know any better then. I was a fresh-faced DM. That was the first module I ever ran, which is funny when I told that to some of my friends who are DMs. They're like, why would you do that to yourself? You know, but lots of research about the setting and the history of the characters and stuff later, you're like, oh, okay, I know what to do now, right? And then, of course, making use of third-party material, right? Shout out to you/MandyMod on Reddit. We love you. You're great. You should make a lot of money. But yeah, and so that's always my fear with this kind of stuff, is you're going to put out half-baked, shoddy products that are going to make people go, oh, maybe I should just go to this other system. Instead of being like, hey, we really know what makes D&D D&D, and we're going to do that, and it's going to be great. And if you want to adapt the system to something else on your own, that's fine. Also, these other systems already exist, but like...
Yeah, I'm just curious of what properties they're going to collaborate with, because like best case scenario, maybe
one of
they
them's
make...
gonna make you mad. I'm telling you right now, you're gonna be like,
oh
what the fuck?
No, okay. I mean, okay. My best case scenario would be them collaborating with this other property, but like, you know, just doing it in a way that allows certain characters to be integrated in, or certain like classes, and just like a mini module. That would be cool. But if they're going to go into a whole campaign book and they're going to do all these other things, I don't know if I would be excited for that.
No, at that point, it's like it should really be its own system.
Yeah.
Which there are plenty of great systems. You can even build on the D&D system, but adapt it. Which I assume that's what like they're trying to do, but I don't know. I don't have faith that this is going to go well.
No.
But
they're gonna yeah.
Yeah. And it's like, once again, it's like, if we've seen this before, we've been burned before, don't lie to us. Don't do this. But I don't know. I'll leave it up to the World of Warcraft fans out there. When the stuff comes out, if you want to get it, play test it, let us know. We won't be touching that stuff.
Yeah, I'm
Sorry.
okay. I'm okay.
Yeah, I'm good, fam.
Unless someone like invites us to the world, I think that would be cool. But
I
to
will
run
play
it
in somebody else's
ourselves.
game.
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, I'm scared to see what other properties there are.
Everybody
We
here,
have trauma.
This is additive to the roadmap we have for our own worlds. We are absolutely. We are expanding what D&D can be, not taking anything away. And we've been staffing up specifically to support this initiative and look forward to what the future holds. And this all starts with our Season of Champions, where players will get to pick up their D20s for the first time and roll for the fate of Azeroth.
All right.
Thank you. Make some noise for Dan, people!
Is that the only one they mentioned?
You know what, everyone?
Yeah. Well,
as a newer D&D convert, one of the things that's amazed me the most is the creativity of the D&D creators. Whether they're working solo or starting their own companies, the team has got big plans with these
Why are they
incredible
starting their
folks.
own companies?
And to talk about it, please help welcome back Greg Billsland, everybody.
He's back.
Greg's back.
Thanks, Theo. Speaking of roadmap, for our own worlds, we've been thinking a lot about how we better support our dungeon masters with the settings they love. Players shouldn't have to wait decades for us to go back to settings like Dark Sun. And we should be making it easier for everyone to play in the worlds that they love with great adventures. The problem has been we only have so many people on the D&D team, and supporting every one of these settings is a little challenging. So now, today, we are announcing 3 new partnerships in which we're bringing incredible studios on to create official content for D&D.
I'm sorry, that makes me mad because like TSR in 2nd edition era was pumping out gold every 2 seconds and they had multiple different worlds going on. That's not an excuse. You have way more money than TSR did in the 80s and 90s.
Hire game designers, pay them well.
Yes.
And you'll get good products.
Make sure they're all collaborating well. Like it's just oh my god. Okay. Anyway.
Yeah. No, you're correct. You're correct.
Next year, we're going to return to Ravenloft and the Domains of Dread with an official book from Ghostfire Gaming. Then, in 2028, Visionary Productions is going to deliver us a thrilling Eberron adventure featuring beloved villain, the Lord of Blades. Woo! And we can't wait for you to see what's being cooked up by Kobold Press as they go to the Forgotten Realms in 2028. Each book...
Which I'm excited for. Kobold Press does good shit.
Yes.
Each book is going to be available both physically and digitally.
Can we expect anything focused on Baldur's Gate? Just asking for a friend.
No, it's always possible, Theo. These are the first of many of our partners that we're hoping to bring new settings, bringing you the settings that you love and deserve every year from some of the most talented creators across the TTRPG industry.
I do like
and
this.
we are
I do
just
like
getting
that
started.
They're collaborating.
Thank you all.
Make some noise for Greg,
other
folks!
companies.
Yeah, it's one of those things where it's like, if you are going to outsource, then do it the right way.
Ready to wrap things up.
Hopefully, this is that. I don't know. We'll see.
Tea.
Yo, who's that? What, Deborah?
Tea.
Yeah? Oh, here we go.
Deborah Wild, your friend and legendary D&D player.
My queen.
My
Yeah,
queen.
that's right.
Just,
What's up? What's happening?
In the middle of a live show, and
Right.
you know, you're kind of interrupting
That's a
my
bad
flow
one.
state. You know,
Yeah, no, and you are doing so well. Well done, really. But yeah, actually. But I am here to talk about a little something called Dungeon Masters. Don't know if you've heard of it. Yeah?
Oh, Dungeon Masters.
Dungeon
Good
Masters,
series.
yeah.
I
And
gotta
also,
say, I've been
by the way,
enjoying
I locked Dan Ayub in the bathroom, so we have like a little bit of time, so let's yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, look, okay. Yeah.
Let's get on with it.
Yeah.
The cast of Dungeon Masters, everybody. We have Deborah Wild, Mayana Berin, Jasmine Bullock, and
Christian Navarro.
Which I will say,
Hi,
it's like
everybody.
Dungeon Masters. Basically, they looked at like dice camera action, and they're like, "Hey, let's actually like vet
Did he
our
not make
talents."
Oh, Neil. Oh, right. I forgot to tell you guys. He's actually on a plane right now. But it's fine because we are here.
None of them, to my
bring him
knowledge,
in
are
spirit.
problematic. Like some of the
The best Neil
dice
impression
camera action
contest,
cast
go.
were looking at you, pro Jared.
Careful,
Careful,
I
I Oh, careful, I bite. Careful, I sail.
England. Oh, that was good. That was good. I like that one. I like that one. Oh wait, sorry, Theo. I totally derailed us. We got the bit we got to do.
Yeah.
Hello, Gen Con 2026. Thank you so much for letting us invade your stage and for watching our little show.
Thank you.
Look, the teleprompter's gone. So, yeah, we have a show. It's on YouTube. Campaign 1, Campaign 2. You can all go watch
Been
it.
there.
And from all of us and everyone back there, thank you so much for all the love you're showing it.
Yes.
Hold on one
I will
second.
say,
This isn't on the
shameless
script, but
plug
also,
for me. What I like
can we
about
give it up for
Dungeon
Jasmine
Masters,
Beyond?
is they have a couple professional like voice actors in there
yeah.
being the characters. So it's like baby Critical Role, right?
Okay.
The campaigns are short. They fit within like some of the different like source book things, right? That obviously Wizards is putting out. But I do enjoy how much the players like get into the craft of like making their characters and then of course bringing them to life. It is definitely not the same. Not that I'm saying that there aren't talented internet denizens and influencers out there, but definitely feels a little bit more professional than some of the other Let's Play series that Wizards has tried. And I loved Dice Camera Action. Chris Perkins was an amazing TM, but this is better.
Okay. Yeah, I'll have to check it
That's
out.
all
I
can
haven't
say. Yeah.
watched any of the seasons.
Yeah, it's good. Great thing to put on in the background while you're, pretending to work. Not directed at you, Jayde. I mean other people that have jobs that they hate. Definitely not you.
The best DM on the face.
Make some noise for Jasmine, people.
Woo! And if you want to keep the love going, we will be performing live on this stage on Saturday night, so we will see you there or live on YouTube with the stream.
Oh, speaking of Saturday, Theo. Pains.
Oh, is this what we
did you bring it?
Oh my God. Oh God. Okay.
What are they going to do?
So, okay. So Theo, like we rehearsed. Okay, you ready? I'm ready. Okay.
What if he says no?
It's okay. Let's stretch. Theo, would you do us the honor and make us the happiest nerds on earth by playing some D&D with us?
I will.
The Blade of Frontiers.
We've got you for 2 campaigns, Theo. And you know what? You're going to be so happy you said yes, and you might want to download World of Warcraft because we're going to Azeroth!
Okay, well.
I will watch.
To finish out the
I'll
year,
watch
we'll
them
be taking
to
some very familiar
see what it
faces
looks
to Icewind Dale.
Nice. Icewind Dale.
Yeah.
That's mysterious icy wind.
That's the wind, yeah.
I love Lae'zel and all the fur.
Hey!
Oh my God.
Hey!
Yeah,
Hey, that's us.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Good looking bunch.
Don't know who the Goliath is. I'm excited. I love a good Goliath.
Oh, guys. I think Dan's unlocked. Oh,
I thought you locked him in.
Oh,
Shit, run! Run!
All right. Always up to mischief. Always up to mischief. What do you think, Gen Con? Fucking cool, all right? All right, big finish. Let's bring the roadmap back up. I think that was your line.
Let's go.
We're celebrating our legacy with the Icons program, returning to Dragonlance and Greyhawk, and doing big things with D&D Beyond.
We are going full Warlock, and Dark Sun is going to blow everyone's minds. And you know what? I still can't believe it, but D&D is going to Azeroth.
We've been over that.
Yes.
We're building partnerships with incredible D&D creators.
The response
Gen
from the
Con,
audience
this is our
kinda
pledge
says it
to
all.
you.
Yeah.
We heard you.
Okay.
We're showing up. We're showing up for the game. We're showing up for the community. And we're showing up for all of the people before us who spent countless hours making D&D what it is today. We're so honored, truly, to be the stewards of Dungeons & Dragons and to carry that mantle ensuring that D&D is what its players deserve. That's what a new dawn of D&D means for us.
Listen, thank you all so much for being here. Without you, none of this matters. It's going to be a wild ride, and we're glad you're all a part of it. Please check out all the cool stuff we're doing at the D&D Tower all weekend. Early copies of Arcana Unleashed and Arcana Unleashed Deadfall are on sale for the Gen Con faithful. So grab your copies, and important, keep your eye on the sky. Saturday, 10:30 p.m. for a very special thank you as the D&D team presents a love letter to D&D from Victory Field, just across the way from the convention center.
Oh yeah, the drone show. Yeah.
You know, Theo, before we say goodnight, I just realized something. I think we forgot to explain what the Season of Rebellion is.
What? Are we allowed to do that?
Oh.
Dude, we can do whatever the fuck we
Like
want.
that.
We're live.
Ooh, that's how you kick off.
Should we do it?
I'm sorry.
You're
I'm sorry,
scaring
Jayde.
me. Okay.
Yeah.
Sure. Cool.
Yeah. Yes, it stands there. Yeah. Yeah, that's the end.
I
You don't-
mean,
we don't.
it could be fun, but like, I really, again, I hope it's not at the cost of them spreading themselves thin, and hopefully it's just them collaborating with Disney.
Kick off
'cause
Gen Con!
they got enough money to hire people to do that.
Yeah, well, and that's the thing I was talking about earlier tonight, right? Like, Star Wars, there is a Star Wars TTRPG, and it has its own system. And I know
That's
'cause I
right,
played it
yeah.
before.
Yeah, that
so I'm
is
like,
right.
why do we need to do this? That's another one where I'm like, yeah, it's a fucking shameless cash grab. I don't. Which, I mean, has the Star Wars IP not been through enough already? Come on now.
Yeah.
Like,
I've
what-
been seeing a
what are
lot
we
of
doing?
fatigue from the Star Wars fans. They're like, can we take a break?
Yeah. So that one I know. I was like, okay, cool. And then like when I was watching originally, I was like, are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah.
But whatever. I don't know. If you haven't, dear listeners, go check out the Star Wars tabletop RPG. It's actually really interesting. If I remember correctly, it's a D6 system.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, very approachable. It's cool. But
Is it like official license?
I want to say it was licensed. I don't know if it's licensed through Lucasfilm, but
Okay.
it might have been actually.
Because
But
I'm
yeah, it's
assuming they're
official-
gonna do the same type of collaboration they're doing with the other ones, where it's just picking up this tabletop game and promoting
Yeah.
it.
If they do that where they basically take the existing thing and then just put under the Wizards umbrella, then I'm like, okay, that's not as bad. But if it's a whole like where we built our own from scratch, I'm like, why?
Yeah.
The other one was fine and it was fun. In the one shot I played in, our tack sniper one-shotted General Grievous. It was hilarious. Yeah, the DM was like, that's a boss. How did you do that? He's like, well, I was in stealth and blah, 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 and I get all these bonuses. He's like, yeah,
Not
he's
the
fucking
rogue. Not the rogue.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It was great. Yeah, which I was like, sneak attack. And then the DM was like, that's not what we're doing here. It's like, this is not
You
D&D.
can't just sneak up on them.
Sorry. Yeah. So, yeah. All in all, I think a lot of promising things.
Yeah.
Going forward. Some stuff in there I'm like, I don't know about that, but we talked about that. We'll see.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
I mean,
Dark Sun, Greyhawk, fantastic. Kryn,
Dragonlance.
love it. Yeah, love that. Love all that.
Yeah, God, the fact that they brought Margaret Weiss and Tracy Hickman, I'm so excited. So excited.
Yeah, it will be it'll be great. Maybe eventually we'll get those the Dragonlance book club going.
Oh yeah. You got to read these books. They're so great.
I do. I really do. Yeah. But yeah, that's our thoughts, folks. Once again, feel free to weigh in the comments.
Yeah, tell us if you're excited for those last two things.
Tell us if you're not excited.
Tell us what you're most excited for, because like we said, we're excited for the bringing back of the old worlds. So we'll see, but like, which one are you most excited for it to come back?
Yes, I of course am all about Dark Sun, but
yeah.
I think we know what Jayde's most excited about.
How could you tell?
Yes, I could tell. So with that, folks, that's our first live react.
Yeah.
We will have more of these for you in the future. If you don't want them, also tell us.
Yes.
Be like stay in your lane, podcast monkeys.
Yeah, we don't want to see your face. Be like, okay, fair.
Yeah. Bro. Same. I also don't want to see my face. But so that'll do that for us today, folks. Happy, I guess, looking forward to whatever's coming next. Hopefully
Sirloin's Part 2?
Yeah, Sirloin's Part 2 be coming at you. And go read Dragonlance books.
Yes. Go read them.
Go read them. And with that, we'll see ya.
Bye. Thanks for joining us on Browsing the Bestiary. Be sure to subscribe wherever you get your podcasts for more episodes, and check out our Patreon at Browsing the Bestiary. If you want even more pod-related content, you can find us on TikTok and YouTube.
On Patreon, you can keep up to date on any new pod-related announcements, access reference pages for each episode, and download character sheets for characters featured in our story times. You can also comment on what you think the next monster will be, and if you get it right, you'll get inspiration.
And if you're something of a lore master yourself, you can offer us corrections for any facts we got wrong. If you catch something we missed, you may get a shout out in a future episode.
Remember to cite your sources.
And before we go, we'd like to shout out our patrons on Patreon. Thank you to Carl, Holly, Megan, Kethri, Zach, and Dano for becoming members. I'm Dungeon Mistress Jayde.
And I'm Lore Master Andy.
Until next time, may your dice rolls be high
and your adventurers ever prepared.